What's happening? It's your girl, Mickey Boo. We got a special guest in the building, y'all. We got Scam.
Yes.
Likely.
Yes.
What's poppin'?
Nothing but, man, just need your information, social security card, mama name, maiden name. You know what I mean? Just some little
What's happening? It's your girl, Mickey Boo. And we got a special guest in the building, y'all. We got Scam, Likely.
Yep.
What's cracking?
And hopefully these cards, these qualified, these CPN.
You need to stop.
Nah, man, I'm just, here support my girl, man, and we gonna die.
I appreciate that. Yes. So, tell me a little bit about yourself. You outside of the,
Oh, okay. Tell me, Mimi or Scam?
You.
Oh, me. Okay.
A little bit about you.
Okay. Well, I was born in Alabama. You know what I mean? I grew up. I was born inside my grandmama's house. Actually, like one of them babes came out right there in the living room, slid across that motherfucker. You know what I mean? They picked me up, washed me off, put me in the backpack. That's somewhere. For real. So, a foster kid. I grew up in foster care. You know what I mean? Just I came from like a culture background. Like my dad was a real born in 1929. So this shit, you got to laugh and shit.
I'm trying to understand. Is this okay? This for real.
This for real.
Okay,
man.
that's why I gotta separate the two.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
It might cross over, but
okay,
stay with me.
Okay, guys, thank you.
So yeah, you know what I mean. His parents were like children slaves. So yeah, so that's why that's my lineage. You know what I mean. So like I said, I moved to Atlanta. I've been here. In 30 years, 25, 20 something, 25 years. So I've been here, don't know nothing else, you know what I mean?
Right, got you. So when you say you don't know nothing else, that's kind of shocking to me because you're so smart.
Oh.
And your personality or a characteristic about yourself is to be a comedian.
Yeah.
Where your jokes are super hilarious. You make, what would you call your content? Short clips of what?
I would say just relatable content that's funny. You know what I mean? That's my goal, to hit you with some truth and make you laugh at the same time.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right. But you really, when they say people use sarcasm, they're telling the truth, but they're being funny.
Right.
So you bring awareness to certain news and topics that are trending, and you shed light on it, but you make it comical.
Yeah.
So if we can dive into one of your content videos where you spoke about something, which one to you hit home and you made it funny at the same time? Where it was almost even hard to do, but you needed to talk about it to bring awareness. Do you have one of those?
Man, it's crazy. I got a couple of those, but the one to me. My personal favorite skit that I did is an old skit I did about slaves. Well, I was a slave, and I was talking about how I was sleeping with the missus. You know what I mean? But the title of the video was why slaves were so hated. You see what I'm saying? And it kind of correlated to me now. If you look at today's society, you see that we're still hated. But it's why? You got all the money, you got all the power, so why are you still being like a dead horse at the end of the day? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I dove into it of why, and it's based on our sexual proudness. You see what I'm saying? If you think about it, I got Dick Gregory used to talk about how black men was made up the highest percentage of prostate cancer, and that's how we have sex. Because we have sex so rough and passionate and hard. So if you look at it, it's like most, I would say most of the women of the world want to experience that. You know what I'm saying? Because they're hearing stories about it, you know what I mean? So it goes back to us being stripped of everything, you know what I mean? Stripped of all your resources, all your humanity. What do you have that's going to make you stand out? You know what I'm saying? So we take pride in that, you know what I mean? Even if you look at our culture, if you listen to rap music, everything is about fucking your bitch better than you. I'm fuck your bitch, I'm fuck your baby mama, boy I had nigga. See what I'm saying? So it's we got so much trauma, etched in our DNA that it comes out in everything we do.
When it comes to anything that allows us to express ourselves, we go to the top.
And I'm telling you why it's like that. And the main reason is, sounds crazy, but it's slavery. Like, because on plantations, they used to have this big ass barrel full of water, right? So if the master do something to me, right, nigga might whoop me or chastise me or whatever, I can't blurt out like, fuck this name, man. I can't say nothing. So slaves would go to the water barrel, stick their head in there, and yell, oh, so you couldn't hear it. You see what I'm saying? Come out the water barrel, and what do? You gonna act cool. See what I'm saying? So that's where we get our swagger from. We walk around the plantation like, nah, everything straight. You good? Well, I'm straight, yeah. So that's why we got this mental fortitude that can't nobody mimic, because this has been like 400 years. This shit is etched in our DNA.
It's embedded in us.
Yeah, so it's like we over cool. You know what I'm saying? We over act. We over entertain. We do all that. You see what I'm saying? Because we always had to make light out of our misery. You see what I'm saying?
So, Scam, how does your audience perceive you?
I mean, for the most part, it's all love. Like, I get, like, if I'm out and about, I get love from, like, the most weirdest places. And it just, you know, it's refreshing to know that I'm helping people laugh. Like, you know, that shit go a long way with me. Like, so it's all love. Like, you know what I mean? Like fans. You know what I mean? But not just like, and that's another thing people got to understand too. Like, if you go viral a lot, then you're going to get like reported and bashed a lot, because now you're reaching past your audience. You know what I'm saying? Like, your target audience, they good. Your fans, they straight. They know you. They already know you.
Right.
But now when other people that don't know you come across your content and your page, then of course their perception can be misconstrued by their own traumas in their life. So it's going to project. They're going to start projecting. So it's just that, like, after a while, I think everybody go through it when you first start going up. So after you get past the, like, negative comments, which it's almost like you can have 1,000 good comments, but that one negative comment gonna stand out more to you because it's negative. You see what I'm saying? So,
right. And they don't understand where you may be coming from.
Yeah. And then I gotta look at this, like, most people that, like, comment negative or try to correct you on something, most of those people are miserable. Like, that's a scientific proven fact. Like, that you want to correct someone on the internet that you don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Why would you take time out your day? Or, you know what I'm saying?
And no one's perfect. We make mistakes. Because I even did it. I spelled something wrong, but I liked the video so much I didn't want to remove it.
Facts.
And I just went in the comments and put it in there.
And a lot of people have that fear of not putting themselves out there.
Because of people's misinterpretation of why they're doing what they're doing. Yeah, I definitely want to make light to that and salute you for continuing to push forward in what you're doing, no matter what anybody says. And so I want to ask you a little bit more about foster care. Like, do you have siblings, and how was it like for you? And, like, you know, I guess I want to say, like, of course, when you get out on your own, you can delegate life a little bit more differently than when you're being told what to do.
Yeah, fair.
But so was foster care, like, do you feel like you were fortunate enough to have a good family in the system? Or
I mean, I really didn't have a family in the system. Like, foster care for me was like a group home. You see what I'm saying? It was like a facility. Like, you know what I mean? So it was more like a institute. It wasn't more of like a family dynamic. You see what I'm saying? I was in there with like 30-some other kids, 40-some other kids. So it wasn't like, you know what I mean? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
and you went straight after birth?
No, I didn't go straight after birth. I went like from 14 to 19, like my formative years. You see what I'm saying? So, and it was due to like my dad being sick. Like, my dad passed the next year I got in there, same year I got in there. So, but it was like my dad who convinced me to go on in there, cause he had enough insight to know that I probably wouldn't have graduated. I wouldn't have probably did nothing. I would have stayed at home with my mom. Like, my mom was paranoid schizophrenic, so it was like I probably would have never made it nowhere. You see what I'm saying? Due to my circumstances, I probably would have been, you know, like, definitely in the streets, because, like, I was young. I was coming home 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, I'm talking about 8, 9 years old. I'm walking the streets. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, so it was like he knew, like, my dad probably knew he was passed. You see what I'm saying? and he just gave me some information that like
He directed you in that area and said that may be the best solution for this situation.
And it was crazy because he gave me a microphone, like a microphone set. Real shit, like to practice on. I ain't even know, like, because I always thought I was gonna make it rapping. I want to be a rapper, take it serious. So he was like I didn't even tell him I was into this stuff or none of that, and he just brought it to my attention. Like that was my gift, like my send-off gift. And he convinced me. He told me like, no matter what you do, don't come back. You know what I mean? Like your mama gonna be missing. Everybody. He basically gave me instructions of what I was gonna go through before I went through it. And so I took that.
That's a real man.
Yeah,
That's intuitive.
Yeah.
Why do you think your father gave you the mic? And how does that help you today?
I think like, you know, he gave it to me because like he knew. Like I said, like I do feel like I come from like a big spiritual background and like gifted people, like because my dad, I do feel like he was before his time. Like he gave me some jewels on his deathbed. You see what I'm saying? So I know he was like something different. You know what I mean? So I think he seen certain stuff in me and he knew. Like, you know what I mean? So he gave me what he thought I needed, and it's crazy because I had like an epiphany. You know what I mean? It's like when you go in the unified field and you see your future self or who you want to be, and you know you gotta see your future self, and your future self got to call back to your present self and pull you to them. So whoever you want to be already exists in the future. Like she where you want to be at. You know what I'm saying? It's infinite amount of possibilities of you in the future. But the one that you want to be, the one you decide, like, you know what, I want to be a doctor, I want to be, they already exist. So now you got to get their attention, make them look back and be like, oh, I remember when and pull you. So when I'm in the unified field, like, you know what I mean, I see myself on stage with a microphone. So I'm like, I'm either a host of a show or I'm a comedian.
But you're using your voice no matter what.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, okay. So.
And that can align with a lot of different future use.
Exactly.
But it narrows it down to the core of using your voice.
The one, boom. So I see him, like, boom. And that's basically what it was. Like, you know what I mean? I think, like, he knew, you know what I mean? Because, like I said, I have been fighting being a comedian forever. Like, everybody kept telling me, like, I should do this, you should be. But it was like, I got many talents. I want to do this. Mm-hmm. So sometimes that's a curse, having too many talents. You will feel like, you know what I mean?
I go through it now, so I know exactly what you mean. So
a lot of times you have to pick the right talent. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That can open up the doors for the rest of them and then display them later. But what I've learned is like sometimes you just got to go with the right talent. That's, you know what I mean, that's your calling, because like, yeah, you can make it doing other stuff, but it'll be real forced. Like with this,
and more difficult.
Yeah, like
they say what's easy that you naturally already do can become a talent and therefore bring you in money because you're doing what you love to do, coming from the inside.
I can honestly say, like with this, it wasn't hard. Like I said, like everything else I was doing, I was forcing, I was trying too hard. But like with comedy, when I finally sat down and like, I'm gonna be a comedian. 2 months, I was viral everywhere. Like in 2 months, like everything aligned, everything fell in place. So it's like, I know, like, okay, this is my call to, like, you know what I mean? Because I ain't gonna say it come too easy to me, but it's like,
it's way better than the other one.
Yeah, and it's like all of my circumstances fit this. You see what I'm saying? Like, it fits. Like, I'm manic damn near, so my thoughts race. So I have to. So me getting the content out is just me, like, therapy to me. You see what I'm saying? I get to do my thing.
I'm so glad that you're saying this.
Yeah.
Because like when I decided to do the shows, I knew that it was gonna affect me or someone in the crowd, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what it needs to do.
Yeah,
it needs to be an inspiration for our neighborhood.
Yeah.
And already it's like, I understand what you're saying. I feel that. I know that. And so with you saying it makes it law. Yeah. Because it's happening in all of us.
Yes.
We just have to find ourselves in that thing. So.
And you really got to hone in on yourself and who you is and be unapologetically you. Because I was just telling my homie, but that's the only difference between me and somebody that ain't started it yet. I just started it. Like all you have to do is just go forward with whatever you planning or thinking of doing. Just do it. Just start doing it. Like, and people got to get out of the mindset of thinking you got to have it all figured out before you start, because that's not how it works. You got to get out there. Like it's almost like back in the day how they used to throw us in the pool to swim. I don't know how to swim. Throw them in. He'll figure it out.
You have to start the process.
Yeah, you really got to get out there
Yeah.
and fall on your ass or fall on your face to be like, okay. You know what I mean? Failure is the best teacher. So if you ain't failing in some shit, you ain't really learning. Like
experience, period, is the best teacher.
But failure,
because some
really
people can. Now everybody's not all going through failure.
But see,
somebody might strike gold the first time.
But that's why I said I would hate to be those people
because they don't. It's no experience.
Yeah, and the reason being is everything comes to an end. Like even like you can have a 10-year run without good success, but when that bad time hit and you've never been through that, those are people jumping off of buildings and shit, like because they never experienced
and
that.
They don't understand the work.
That's why us as our culture, our people, we strive so hard for success because we literally coming from the bottom.
Where can they find you?
Oh man, listen man, you can follow me on all social media platforms at JustQHealth, JustQuEH3FF.
Okay. Well, we truly appreciate him for coming out, y'all, letting us know how life is behind his lens. He gave us the juice today. I love it. I hope you love it. Stay tuned, y'all, for more.
Thank you for having me.